I would. We have our new community development director on board with us. He's been with us for about 6 months now, Michael Brown. And it's great to have him on board. He's working with a lot of our committees and people in the community to help out with business interests and just a lot going on. Michael will tell you a little more about what the different efforts he's involved in.
All right, good. Good morning, Michael. Good to have you with us.
Thanks, Chuck. Nice to be here.
All right. I know you and I have co-starred on television already. He was with us on the Jack Frost Parade when we opened up the annual parade this year, so it's good to have you here. I guess maybe I'll start, Scott, by talking with you for a minute. People obviously have seen things happening around our town, and that's a good thing. And maybe you want to talk just a little bit about that. I know sometimes that, people, it's hard because, sometimes they're digging in the ground and they're putting stuff in the ground and people say, oh, what's going on? But there are big things happening.
Right. Over the last 2 years and even coming up in the next year, we've had a lot of different things going on. It's been a very, very busy time in Ironwood and then the whole computer range. And some of the things we worked on over the last year, kind of this year, we had a lot of water and sewer projects in our Nori and Cisco neighborhood where we rebuilt the infrastructure, they had new streets. It took about a year and a half to go through that process. And it's nice to see they're coming to a final conclusion with it. Look at the final asphalt down, the restoration. So all of those neighbors had to live through construction for almost 2 years. But they survived, and again, it's going to be a real nice improvement for the community when we get this all wrapped up.
And I know you were talking a little bit about things coming up, a rebuild on US 2.
There is. In 2014 and 15, the Michigan Department of Transportation is going to be rebuilding US 2. They're going to take it in two halves. They're going to take the west half first, totally rebuild that in 2014, and then in 2015, they'll do the eastern half of US 2. So they're going to come up here toward the end of the month here. We're going to have public informational meetings for the public. The DOT will be here. We'll walk through the project. If anybody has any questions or they're interested in just seeing what's going to take place and how it's going to happen, we'll be getting that out to the public here over the next month. So people are aware of it. Again, it's a year out, but they have to have their plans done here pretty quick so they go up a bit and get ready for construction next year.
All right, good. When you say east and west, what's the dividing line, Lake Avenue, or I should say Lake Street?
Actually, a Curry. So in 2014, they'll rebuild from basically the tourist park on the west end, on the wastewater plant, all the way to Curry Park, which is just past Curry Street, which is just past McDonald's. And that'll be in 2014. It'll be a total rebuild. They're going to tear out the road, put in new water. We'll put in new water and sewer mains as they tear out the street. Then they'll rebuild the street. And then in 2015, they'll go from Curry Street over to essentially the Kmart Plaza area. Reconstruct that in its entirety, curb to curb, and a total rebuild.
That's a big project that keeps city crews and city people busy, I guess. Michael, once again, we'll turn to you. And I know that since you've been here in Ironwood, that we all have seen some information about some particular initiatives that you can help with. I know that as a community development director, your focus obviously is on the things happening around the community, but maybe you want to talk about a few of the things that you can be involved with, especially, maybe the businesses.
Sure, Chuck, thanks a lot. A lot of things going on, a lot of different things that the community's trying to do, that the city's trying to do to help out businesses and residents, especially with the different programs that the state offers. On March 27th, it's a Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. at the Memorial Building. We'll be holding a workshop. State agencies will be coming in from Michigan Economic Development Corporation to the Housing Authority, the State Historic Preservation, and the Main Street Program. And they're going to come in and talk about the different programs and incentives and grant programs that they have available for businesses in the downtown. So it's a really good opportunity for the downtown businesses to come out, see what the programs are, see if they want to get involved with them, see if they can help them in any way, working with the city and different state agencies. So we're hoping for a good turnout, and we think that the programs are really good and, can help out the businesses.
We always hear, of course, naturally, it's just the norm right now about, how tight dollars are, in the state, which, reflects, I guess, availabilities for counties and towns and cities and everything like that. But obviously, there's still opportunities for people to get into some grant programs.
Right, that's true, Chuck. Number of different opportunities, and the state programs change from year to year what they're going to fund. So they have a variety of different tools that they can use, and every year they kind of reevaluate, well, what are we going to use this year? what are we going to do next year, what monies do we have available. So a couple of different programs. One couple that we use already is the rental rehabilitation program. So for any rental units in the downtown, they can rehab their buildings. It's a 50-50 grant match on that. We also have the facade improvement program, so people can update their facade, their building fronts, and actually even interior work. And that's anywhere between 50% grant to a 75% grant. So there's some opportunities out there and some money available.
Like you said, having a presentation like this is a good thing, but if people, maybe out there, maybe listening or they've been thinking about doing something like that, individually, can they come to the, development office at the Memorial Building and maybe talk to you or bring you some ideas that they have and see where they might fit into one of these programs?
Yeah, that'd be great. We're open to the public. If they want to stop in or call and make an appointment, we can sit down with them and go through the different programs available, and then go from there. So it's really, we're very open. Invite people in whenever they want to come. It's an open environment.
I know one thing that we just touched base on when we were talking all the way back to that Jack Frost Parade Friday night. We're seeing some real nice changes at the Depot Park, and we've seen some of the things that have been happening for the downtown enhancement. And I know that's something that you had mentioned at that time that will continue a little bit as the seasons change.
All right. That's true. Like we said, there's been a number of improvements in the downtown through various grants through the Michigan Department of Transportation, Economic Development Corporation, and the DNR, the Department of Natural Resources. Some of the improvements that we've done already are new streetlights, a couple new parking lots, the Depot Park that's been started and will actually be finished later this year. Some improvements will be going in there. There's going to be a playground. They're going to finish up the pavilion. They're going to put some restrooms in there. Kind of get the park ready for use for a public park, and also with conjunction with Festival Ironwood. Some of the things that are possibly coming up, we did apply for another grant with the state to do some more downtown improvements. We're looking at trying to get some banners for the new light poles, some additional street lights coming into Hurley area, as well as some enhanced crosswalks, and actually trying to create an outdoor public art display area. There's some green space in the downtown right across from the Ironwood Theater that the city owns, and we're really looking to hopefully spruce that up, put some nice walkways in there, and have some art displays for the public view.
And I'm guessing that that you in the Community Development Office must interact a little bit with the Downtown Ironwood Development Authority as well.
Correct. I'm a staff liaison to the DIDA. We work very closely. We have our blueprint plan that we work from. Every year the DIDA goes through its goals and what it wants to accomplish, really looking at what's in the blueprint, where do we want to go after, what funds are available, what grants are out there. So we really work closely together to come up with a good plan for the downtown.
The other thing too, and I don't know, maybe Big Scout wants to comment on it, but we've seen some really neat things, coming about. We're hearing about the snowshoe walks and the trails that they're developing and just giving people the opportunity. All of those things have a good draw factor for, the city of Ironwood and the area in general.
That's true. We are working on a trail system. We have received a grant from the DNR Trust Fund to pave the entire length of the rail grade that's running east to west of the city. So all the way from the western part of town, from Hurley all the way to the eastern edge of Ironwood. And the goal is to continue that through Bessemer and Wakefield and beyond. So that's exciting for people, paved bike and walking path. Also with the snowshoeing, the different groups that are available. The Myers Memorial Park has the skiing, cross-country skiing in there. So there's a lot of different activities that you can do year-round here, which is really great for the public.
Let's kind of get turning back for just a minute in terms of, like you talk about major projects and things that come about. Maybe I know that, city staff is constantly working on trying to obtain monies and dollars and things to do these things. We talked about the US 2 rebuild, but other things possibly that, we could, and I realize, sometimes not all of these things depending on available monies and grants and things, but, I know in this case you're probably looking up anywhere from 1 to 3 years, maybe even a little more.
Right. We look at a 5-year planning window, kind of project out what projects we'd like to see accomplished, and of course then look for funding to accomplish them. So that's kind of our window we look at. Usually the first year or two are pretty solid. If you get out there 3, 4, 5 years, it's somewhat of a guesstimate. But we out and bonded for $1 million last year. We've done about $800,000 worth of overlays last year. We have about $200,000 left of that bond money that we're going to invest back in the neighborhood this spring. So we still have some more local roads we're going to do this spring. And again, it's never ending. So, once we get them done, we're never to a point where we're finished, and we have to go through it again. But with the city commission, we've gone through some goal setting. We've identified, again, streets, utilities as high priorities for the city of Ironwood, as well as going after blighted properties. And we've taken an aggressive approach there, basically reinvesting back in our community, back in our infrastructure, which helps hold property values and hopefully attracts people to our area.
Well, we know that, it's often said that, we see people come in from the big cities, wherever they happen to be, and come in and spend a couple of weeks here and say, boy, I'd love to live here. And we all know that the key thing is you got to be able to make a living. And, we're seeing some things trickling our way. I mean, I think it's good news to hear what we hear in terms of something like the Urbana. And, of course, even on the Wisconsin side of the border, to see the possibility of, some jobs producing things coming down.
Absolutely. There's some good things on the horizon. We'll see how they play out. Again, we have, with our communities, we have a strong business climate here with some of our industrial park businesses that are already here or there. We're seeing some growth in those areas. And then again, with the mining network, they have, it sounds fairly positive, with Urbana, with Prohibited Capita moving forward. I guess we'll see how that plays out. But again, those will have big impacts on our area from many different aspects.
Michael, anything else you'd like to add?
Sure. Just a couple of things we've been working on our website, kind of updating that, getting some new tools out there, making it a little, jazzier, really focusing on the business community and what things can be offered for them. We have a couple of things. We created a new business page on our website. If you go to the city's website, which is www.cityofironwood.org, along the top of the page, there's a business tab that you can click on and go in there for businesses, and there's different tools and resources available if you're looking for assistance. One of the big ones that the state of Michigan has been able to offer for free is a program called Location One. It's a real estate program, essentially, for listing your commercial properties on there. It's a free service. So any business that is trying to sell or rent or lease properties, as well as any real estate agents in the area, can list their properties on this through the city's website. It's a free service, so I just want to put that out there and let people know about that.
And Scott, we'll let you have the last word.
Well, there's a lot going on. And a lot of people that are helping, do a lot of good things. And we appreciate that. It's not just staff, it's everybody that helps us accomplish, the goals that we have. I do want to put a quick plug in. Last fall, we put a new playground, some new playground equipment in Norrie Park. And so we want to, invite people to come out there and try it. Norrie Park is a great park at the end of town. And with that new play structure, hopefully families will be going out there and enjoying the park.
All right, good. We want to thank City Manager Scott Erickson and Community Development Director Michael Brown for being with us this morning. We'd like you to come back and keep us posted on things going on. All right, very good. Hey, we're live at the Sharon's Coffee Company in downtown Hurley for our regular Thursday morning coffee clutch. Mentioned earlier that we're going to be talking about gardens and planting season coming up, and also Iron County Extension. We're going to be joined by Joy and Lynn when we return live to Sharon's Coffee Company. Stay with us.
Get unbelievable savings Friday, March 8th through Sunday, March 10th during Menards Crazy Day sale. Prices so low, they're crazy. Save $30 on a raised Queen Air bed, only $39.99. 75-count disinfecting cleaning wipes by Clorox are only 99 cents.